Fergie days were over.
Ian, do you want to kick us off? Thanks.
Yeah, sure. David, tell us about your squad for the weekend. Any concerns for you?
We've actually got a lot of players beginning to get closer to fitness, which is good news. Felipe Anderson's had a couple of days training. Jai Malenko's on the grass at the moment and working towards getting back. I think after that, I think most of the players, as you say, are just about ready. One or two knocks and niggles, which I hope we can be over by tomorrow and get everybody fit.
With those players coming back and with the players that arrived during the transfer window, do you feel that you have what you need on the pitch to get you out of the position that you're in?
Well, we brought in a couple of new players. We actually brought 3 players in January, but I think the 2 players we brought in can add to the squad. We need everybody in the squad to step up to the plate. We understand fully where we are, but in the same breath we also know that them performing well as individuals but as a team will certainly help us.
You play Manchester City this weekend. The next match is away to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Fans will say that if you can get anything from those 2 matches, it's a bonus. How do you see things?
Well, I think that it's because of the form of Manchester City and Liverpool and the quality of the players they've had. So what we've seen from Manchester City over recent years has been incredible, what they've done, and we're now seeing something similar from Liverpool. But I can only ever say you play everybody twice in the league. You know, we've got a lot of other people to play. I was nearly going to say, unfortunately, you know, in the period I've come in the short period I've had to face, I'll have to have faced Liverpool twice and Man City in this period. But again, you have to play them all, and we know they're tough games, but we understand, and we'll go there to try and get a result and try and take points from the game.
So how things stand with Winston Reid? Is he still here? Has he not gone to the MLS?
Yeah, Winston's still here. He's still training. He's still working. He's working towards possibly still going to America, but we've not got that confirmed yet.
So it's not off, but it's just in limbo.
No, I think the club he was due to go to is off, but I think that there may be something else for him.
What's your reaction to the news that we had yesterday that the summer transfer window is going to be extended?
I think I'm quite pleased it's going back to the way it was. I don't think MD's really enjoyed the short one at the moment. I might be regretting saying that come the summer. I think that's the way it is. I think at times you regret it. We were complaining a couple of years ago because, you know, players were playing for one team and then moving to another team before the window was closed. We didn't think it was quite right. But I do think that it seemed like a disadvantage. I think it's a disadvantage probably to more of the top clubs than the clubs that say at the, you know, in lower leagues or lower down. But I think the top clubs want to be able to deal right up to the last minute with all the other clubs throughout Europe.
And at the moment there seems to be a bit of uncertainty over Lionel Messi's future at Barcelona. Would you like to see him in the Premier League? What would that do for the league?
I thought you were going to link me with him.
Would you like Lionel Messi at West Ham?
Well, I'm not sure. I need to think about it for a few days, I think, before I made my decision. Wow. You know, I think if we could get Messi to come over to this country, I think it would be incredible. I think the era of football we're in, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo are 2 unbelievable footballers, and we've missed one of them in the Premier League. But I hope that maybe it'll happen. I was fortunate enough to come up against them in Spain a couple of times, and he's even better close up.
Thanks, Ian. James?
David, Jared Bowen, how exciting a prospect.
Very exciting. I'm laughing because of Messi. Talking about Messi now, you make me think. I'm really pleased to have him. I think that I think he's a player who's done really well in the Championship, and it's not been one season. If you look at him, it's been 2 seasons, 3 seasons. So he's had to earn his stripes in the Championship, and he's had to show that he can do it there. I think from that it gives me great hope that he'll step up. But I've also dealt with a lot of the boys in the Championship, taking Leighton Baines, Phil Jagielka, John Stones, you can go on Tim Cahill, wherever you want to go on to. Some have come in and done a job really quickly, and others have took more time to settle. I won't find that out about Jared yet, but I will find out in time. But the truth is, we need them. The club needs them, the team needs them. But we can't be putting added pressure on new players to completely make the difference here. I think you've got to give people a chance to settle. And I thought Thomas Souček done very well in his first game. We'll have to still give him time to get used to it, but also the same, just let's not expect too much from Jared right away.
Yeah, so we should sort of temper our enthusiasm, you think?
Yeah, I don't want you to temper your enthusiasm for him, but I think there needs to just be an understanding of, hey, give the boy an opportunity to come, get settled in, see what it's like, find his way in, understand the tempo, the intensity of the football in the Premier League, and just let's find out exactly, when he's ready and see when he can do the best things for us.
Manchester City, 2 consecutive defeats. Could you look at it both ways? Maybe it's a good time to play them because they're out of form, or a bad time to play them because they want to bounce back?
Well, I went to watch them against Tottenham and they played really well. So the result didn't go their way, but sometimes that happens with teams. You can play very well and don't get results. I would be happy to play badly and get a result. So that's the way it is at the moment for it. It changes. I think that the result at Tottenham the other day wasn't quite right, but ultimately they have lost a couple of games in a row.
And just a word on the coaching staff. Kevin and Paul coming in as well. How important will their presence be for you?
Well, I wanted to add to the staff, and we've taken our time partly because January has been too busy to sort of get things done. I did have conversations with a couple of people, but the minute we got January out the way, I was able to sort of look and get people in, and I wanted to bring a couple who I think were different in personality and different in style from what I was or what Alan was. I think Kevin's well known round this parts. He knows the club better than me or MD else, so I'm hoping that he can guide us on certain parts of that. Paul's come in with an experience and an understanding of different clubs, but also got a background which I felt we needed. So I hope both of them can do as well as the likes of Stuart and Billy done for me when I was here last time.
Thanks, guys.
You can't write off the next 2 games, obviously, but they are about as tough as they come in Premier League football now.
Yeah, I don't think in football it'd be much tougher. There's only a few clubs in Europe you would even call tougher games, but it's also a challenge that you've got to try and say. I said it in a conference the other week there. Whoever the best teams are, someone's out there trying to plot to beat them. All the managers are thinking what system can I beat them with, what players can I beat them with. You only need to look at Manchester City's success in recent seasons has been exceptional, but Liverpool have gone out to find ways of getting better players, a better team to beat them. So people will now be out to try and beat Liverpool. That's what happens in football. Happened quite a lot in my time at Manchester United. Everybody was out to try and beat Manchester United, and teams improved. I think that's the way football goes. So we'll go to both the games knowing that it's not an easy task, but we'll try everything we can to get a result.
Much has been made of the next 6-7 games as a whole being a really tricky amount of games against teams, but in a way, would you rather have that now than the perceived more winnable games now and the impossible ones at the end of the season?
Well, what matters is where we are at the end. It doesn't really matter where we are in the middle of February. Where we are at the end, and of course, as I said in the earlier interview there, I had to say you play everybody twice. So come the end of the season, we'll give ourselves a great chance and a good chance of being in a strong position, but we'll have to win games. The ones we've got coming up at the moment look much harder, so it's where we are at the end of the season which is really going to count.
Scoring goals wasn't a problem last Saturday, defending most certainly was.
Yeah.
You were quite open about that afterwards. Your defenders are going to have to be concentrating.
Well, what has to happen is we have to cut out individual mistakes. So if it was because our shape defensively was very poor, or if it was because we weren't tracking runners well enough, or if it was because we were getting out jumped in the box to score, it was none of them. It was simply down to really poor individual mistakes. So ultimately, you still take responsibility for it. But I think as well as that, I'm saying to the players now, you know, you've got to have to take your responsibility for doing the right things at the right time and making the right decisions. So hopefully, as you said, we can cut out those goals, because for long periods of last week it looked as if we were going to pick up all 3 points.
And finally for me, as happens at this club on a regular basis, while the fans are right behind the team, right behind the manager, they generally don't tend to always be right behind the hierarchy of the club. So the fans for the next 2 months need to get behind everybody.
Well, if there was only going to be one answer back to you, I'd be saying right away, whatever you've got to say, get behind the team at the moment. We need them. The noise in the stadium at times has been fantastic, and we need them at the moment. If we can get 50, 60,000 at all the games, you know, the players need you. We need it to influence decisions. We need it to, and at the moment it feels as if there's an awful lot of decisions not gone our way, and it can play a really big part, you know, by the supporters, and we need them behind us.
Thank you. Cameras off.